Oh, hey guys, it's Tech Lead here. It's Paul here from Coding After 30. Having some coffee, 1:30 a.m. Why? Tell you in a moment. So, hey guys, welcome to Coding After 30, and I just want to talk in this video about why do most of us will never make it to become a web developer, or why do we quit learning to code or learning to program? But before I do, I just want to say I've been practicing doing live streams, and so I'm trying to iron things out. So that's why this is being recorded. But I want to start doing the show where we have coffee, code, and chat. And the most important part that I want to say is we probably do some coding, maybe a little bit of coding, but it's more importantly for me to build a community to actually talk to you guys, get to know you guys, and answer any of the questions you may have. Think like hear about your struggles and go from there. I do want it to be a conversation both ways. The first few I'm doing them recorded because I want to practice talking without editing, and I also want to make sure that I get all the kinks ironed out of the system. But with that being said, I just want to talk about why do we fail? Why can't we learn to code? And so I was watching this guy, Eli the cable guy, the computer guy, Eli the Eli the cable guy, Eli the computer guy. So he's been on YouTube for a long time, very successful channel, especially in the past. And when he started, he was doing a lot of tutorials. He was doing a lot of cool classes, how to learn PHP and networking and stuff like that. But eventually he changed his channel more to a commentary channel similar to Tech Leads, where it's entertaining, it's fun to watch, and you do get some life lessons out of it. And I love me some life lessons. I would love to share my life story, my experience with you, and give you my opinion why certain things are right and why certain things are wrong. But one thing it's not doing, it's not helping you learn to code. But anyway, on that show, he was going through the comments, it was live, and somebody asked like, hey, Eli, make a tutorial, show us how to. And he was like, no, like the only reason I'm not making some tutorials because nobody watches those tutorial videos. Nobody cares. People just want to watch videos that are fun to watch. You feel like you're doing the work, but you're actually not doing anything. And he said that based on his, man, I can't even think right now. Based on his analytics, basically, he knows that nobody wants to see no tutorial video. And I see it in my channel. Granted, I only have 800 some odd subscribers. Barely nobody knows about me. But whenever I release talking head videos like this, they get more views. I don't know why. Maybe it's just my face. Maybe I suck at teaching people to code, but my tutorial videos, they don't get as many views. And I think I do a pretty good job in some of these videos that I make explaining the concepts because I research ahead of time. I make sure that I show you stuff that I use that works, something that I know. So I know the quality and the tutorials there, but they still don't get enough views. And why is it? And I hate to say it, but most people, and I'm not saying it's you, but a lot of people that are out there, they don't want to do the work. They don't want to hustle. It's 1:30 a.m. right now. I'm up. I'm doing this video for you guys because I felt like I needed to make it. But more importantly, after this, I'm going to spend a couple more hours studying. And you don't even want to know what time I wake up because I'm practically not going to sleep today. And it is what it is. I have to do things that nobody else wants to do so I could have the job that nobody else is willing to do. And so the point is, it's 1:30, everybody's sleeping. It's a great time for me to have to myself and do some coding. So regardless of who you listen to, me, somebody else on YouTube, ultimately, if you're watching too many videos and not coding, you're not going to be able to succeed at learning. Because to succeed, you actually need to spend time in front of the computer and study. There's no shortcuts. I hate to break it to you. I hate even making this video because I'd hate to think that that's the case. But I know myself, it took me 5 years to learn to code. Part of the reason is because I was meandering around, confused, not doing the work. And it's until like past 3 years that I really started to kind of, be like, hey, you better get this done. You better work hard. You better put in the study. And it paid off. And it's still hard. I still don't have my dream job. The job I have is not even that great. But more on that later. But it is my first job and I'm getting experience as a developer. And that's the secret. So if you're spending time and you're watching YouTube videos like 80% of the time and 20% of the time, maybe you're studying, it's the wrong approach. No, you should be studying 80% of the time and watching videos like this, on your leisure, unless it's a tutorial, right? There's plenty of tutorials online. I'm not saying you have to watch my tutorials, but do the work. A lot of people say tutorial hell, tutorial hell. Yes, you will get into that if you keep doing tutorials without building anything. So what I would recommend when you're learning to code is you do a tutorial. After you're done with it, before you do anything else, build a project first, then move on to your next tutorial, even if it's a little project. But I will talk on that more. So that's the truth, right? Truth hurts. It's that most of us won't do the work. It's in everything you go. When I used to teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the belts go white belt, blue belt, purple belt, brown belt, black belt. It took me over 16 years to get to black belt. That's how long I've been doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've been doing it longer than that, but that's how long it took me to get to a black belt. Everybody's a white belt. You start as a white belt. It's like everybody's a program. Everybody wants to make $100,000. Then you become a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. You get your butt kicked a bunch of times, and then you realize this is going to be hard. Half the people leave. Same thing. Once you're learning to code and you get to a point where you realize things are hard, you're going to start to question yourself. You're going to be like, am I smart enough? Is it not for me? No, it's for you if you really want to do it. But you have to understand, you have to break through the wall. You have to study hard. It took me 3 years to make sense of what I was doing. And just last year, I was able to get my job, and my job journey was not easy either. Like, I did some freelancing. Why? Not because I wanted to be some cool freelancer. It's because nobody wanted to hire me. So I was like, you know what? If nobody wants to hire me, I'm going to make my own thing. So I created and set up WordPress sites with HTML and CSS at first, and eventually learned a little bit of PHP for my friends, family, other people I knew. Eventually, that led me to getting unpaid internship. That's right, unpaid internship, which I did for a while where I didn't get paid. I just showed up, did the work, and then eventually turned to a paid internship. Then it turned into a contract-based job. And now, just last year, I got my real job. When I say a real job, I'm working for a company that you go to, like 8 to 5, that type of deal. And so it took work, it took effort, it took a lot of studying. So the only thing that will help you get better at coding is actually coding. And there's other things, but that's the gist of the conversation, that most of us fail is because we're not willing to do the work. And people say, well, Paul, you don't understand. I tried to do the work. Yeah, grind through it, push through it, continue to move forward. You think I enjoy studying to code, especially when it's hard? No, I enjoy it more now. I enjoyed it at the very beginning when learning was exciting, but there's going to be a big period of time where you're just going to be grinding through things. But it's like anything in life worthwhile doing. You have to grind. You have to put in your effort. You have to put in the work, right? If you eat a lot of ice cream, sometimes I eat a lot of ice cream and it shows, right? And then if I eat no ice cream and I exercise, that also shows. So you will become what you do most of the time. So if you're watching YouTube videos, please, just the fact that I'm saying, continue to watch my YouTube videos, but first make sure you code. But yes, if you code more, you're going to get better at coding. So that's the main takeaway here, is that you have to embrace the suck. You have to embrace this idea that it's going to be a struggle, and that's okay. You just have to put in the work. And eventually, you're going to get to a point where you don't even want to watch tutorials, because most of the tutorials that you watch, they're basically geared to beginners. You're no longer a beginner, and you're going to start learning through looking at other people's code, like looking Medium articles, looking at Stack Overflow articles, looking at other stuff, and you're going to transition the way you learn. Like, I don't do too many video tutorials anymore. Maybe once in a while to review. A lot of my learning is just like I'm building a project. I'm like, how do you do this? And then I Google and search, and I find some Medium articles, and that's it. By the way, I carry out like just a little idea I had, because there's a lot of Medium articles out there that actually have really good material. So I was thinking of making some videos of some of the stuff I learned from the Medium articles. Obviously, that's not my original content, and so I'm going to definitely give credit to the person who wrote it, but I'm going to just make it into video format and show how they did it, because I think it'll be cool, because some people like to learn through reading and some people can't. So whatever place you fall into, but so keep an eye out. I will make tutorials which nobody will watch, because based on, what Eli, the computer guy, said, and based on my analytics, nobody wants to do the work. But I'll still make it, because I want to get better at teaching, and I want to help those of you who want to help themselves. I know this was more of a ranty video. If you hated it because you did not want to hear what I have to say, I totally get it. I totally understand. My life sucked for most of my life. I'm 40 years old now. I made so many mistakes, and it's only when I started to own up for my failures, being my fault, right? It's my fault you didn't do the work that you had to do. It's your fault you didn't get to the college you wanted to. It's your fault that this didn't happen. It's your fault you didn't save money because you kept spending it on stupid stuff. You know what I mean? So the idea is like, take responsibility, take ownership, and understand that if you want to get better at coding, you have to put in the work. And I hate making this video, but I know that it is an important video for you guys to watch when you guys get stuck. It's okay to struggle. I still struggle. I still feel like I don't know anything. But the most important part, do the work. Anyway, I just want to thank you guys for all your support. I hope you guys don't get mad too much about this video, but I do want to be honest, right? The truth is, I do want to eventually make my own courses. I do want to sell courses. I do want to teach one-on-one. Why? Because I used to teach martial arts before I got to her to teach it. And I love teaching. I enjoy teaching, right? And I want to get into it. And if I could make it a business, perfect. But it still requires me to learn to code. But here's one thing that I'm going to tell you that most people won't tell. The fact that I'm going to be doing one-on-ones and that I'll be selling courses, the fact that if you decide to buy my course and not do it or do it, it's irrelevant to me, right? Because you paid me for the course. You paid me for my lesson. I don't care, right? I do care for you guys, but I'm saying the truth is like, whatever you do with those courses, whatever you do with those free tutorials you see on YouTube, you don't even have to buy courses. It's on you. And the creators, the teachers that make that content, they do not care if you get a job or not. And if you do get a job and you happen to mention their name, they'll use you in their testimonial. Why? Because that's the way it is. But the point is, if you're watching these videos and you're not doing the work, you're only hurting yourself. And again, you're probably not going to hear people be this honest with you, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you what it is. And I'm also being honest with you with this idea that I do want to make money teaching and being able to eventually have classes one day. And hell, I'll even do affiliate products if they help you guys if I use them, right? I'm not going to promote just random stuff because it's just dumb. But like, if something makes sense, then I will do it. But right, I want to hustle just like you. I want to work. So my goal for this channel is to provide as much honest value to you guys that you don't feel, caught up in the hype, and you keep moving forward, working towards your goals. And I'm going to always come back, and once in a while, I don't want to make videos like this all the time, but once in a while, I'll do some real talk with you guys. So with that being said, much love for you guys. I should have said this earlier, but if you made it this far, thank you. Smash the like button, like all the young kids say. It does help me get this content to other people. If you hated this video, tell me why, but don't hate this video because you didn't like my message. Because my message of hard work, dedication, over a long period of time to get success, if you don't jive with that message, man, I don't know what to tell you. But with that being said, you guys have a good morning, I guess, and I'm going to do some more studying, and I'll see you guys in the next video.